Morning, dear children. Welcome back to online classes. Today we are going to learn Geography, third chapter, Mineral and Power Resources. So, in continuation of this chapter, today we are going to see the topic Conservation of Minerals. Minerals are non-renewable resources. Non-renewable resources means you all know that in first chapter we have already learned non-renewable resources are those which have a limited stock. Once the stocks are exhausted, it may take thousands of years to be renewed or replenished. So, minerals takes thousands of years for the formation and concentration of minerals. The rate at which humans consuming these minerals is higher than the rate of its formation. So, it is necessary to reduce wastage in the process of mining. Recycling of metals is another way in which the minerals resources can be conserved. First of all, let me tell you about what is reduce. Reduce lowering the amount of waste produced, that is to minimize the amount of waste we create. Then comes reuse. Reuse using minerals. Reuse means using materials repeatedly, that is using items more than once. Then comes recycling. Using materials to make new product. Uses old products in new ways. Power resources. Power resources may be broadly categorized as conventional and non-conventional resources. Conventional sources. Let us see what is conventional sources. Conventional sources of energy are those which have been in common use for a long time. Firewood and fossil fuel are the two main conventional energy sources. First, firewood. It is widely used for cooking and heating. So in our country, more than 50% of the energy used by villagers comes from firewood. In villages, mostly the firewood is used for cooking and heating. Remains of plants and animals which were buried under the earth for millions of years got converted by the heat and pressure into fossil fuels. Fossil fuels such as coal, petroleum, and natural gas are the main sources of energy, conventional energy. The reserves of these minerals are limited. The rate at which the growing world population is consuming them is far greater than the rate of their formation. So, these are likely to be exhausted soon. So, it is required to be saved. Now let us see the advantages of firewood. Advantages of firewood is that it is easy to access, it provides energy to large number of people, but there are certain disadvantages also of firewood. That is, collecting firewood takes too much time. It creates pollution when it burns. Then comes coal. Coal is Coal is the most abundant found fossil fuel. It is used as domestic fuel in industries such as iron and steel, steam engines, and to generate electricity. Electricity from coal is called thermal power. The coal which we are using today was formed millions of years ago when giant ferns and swamps got buried under the layers of earth. Coal is therefore referred to as buried sunshine. So, it is found when remains of plants and animals which buried under the soil about millions of years ago, and due to heat and pressure it changes into coal. So, the leading coal producers of the world are China, USA, Germany, Russia, South Africa, and France. The coal producing areas of India are Raiganj, Jharia, Dhanbad, and Bokaro in Jharkhand. Now, petroleum. Petroleum, also called crude oil, is a fossil fuel. Like coal, petroleum was formed from the remains of ancient marine organisms such as plants, algae, and bacteria. Petroleum is found between the layers of rocks and is drilled from oil fields located in offshore and coastal areas. Then it is sent to refineries which process the crude oil and produce a variety of products like diesel, petrol, kerosene, wax, plastics and lubricants. Petrol is used to run cars, bikes, etc., and for industrial power. Black gold is a term applied to oil or petroleum which is black when it comes out of the ground and is worth a great deal of money. Now, lubricants here means a substance as oil or grease for lessening friction, especially in the working of mechanism. The chief petroleum producing countries are Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia. Major producers are USA, Russia, Venezuela, and Algeria. The leading producers in India are Digboy in Assam, Bombay High in Mumbai, and the deltas of Krishna and Godavari rivers. Now, come to natural gas. Natural gas is found with petroleum deposits and is released when crude oil is brought to the surface. It can be used as a domestic and industrial fuel. Russia, Norway, UK, and the Netherlands are the major producer of natural gas. In India, Jaisalmer, Krishna, Godavari Delta, Tripura, and some areas offshore in Mumbai have natural gas resources. Very few countries in the world have sufficient natural gas reserves of their own. The as the consumption of fossil fuels is increasing day by day, fossil fuels has led to their depletion. The toxic pollutants released from burning these fuels like coal, petroleum, etc. are also a cause for concern. If we use these fuels recklessly, a day will come when it will completely exhausted. Unchecked burning of fossil fuels is like an unchecked dripping tap which will eventually run dry. This has led to the tapping of various non-conventional sources of energy that are cleaner alternatives to fossil fuels. For example, solar energy obtained from sun, wind energy, geothermal energy, tidal energy, etc. Now let us come to hydel power. By looking at this diagram, we will understand about the hydel power. The rainwater or river water which is stored in dams is made to fall from heights. The falling water flows through pipes inside the dam over turbine blades which is at the bottom of the dam. The moving blades then turn the generator to produce electricity. This is called hydroelectricity. The water discharged after the generation of electricity is used for irrigation. One fourth of the world's electricity is produced by hydel power. The leading producers of hydel power in the world are Paraguay, Norway, Brazil, and China. Some important hydel power stations in India are Bhakra Nangal, Gandhi Sagar, Nagarjun Sagar, and Damodar Valley projects. Conventional sources of energy. The increasing use of fossil fuels is leading to its shortage. It is estimated that if the present rate of consumption continues, the reserves of these fuels will get exhausted. Moreover, their use also causes environmental pollution. Therefore, there is a need for using non-conventional sources such as solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy, which are renewable. So as I told you earlier children, that if we use these fossil fuels recklessly, then the time will come when it will get exhausted. So and moreover it will cause environmental pollution also. So there is a need to use non-conventional sources such as solar energy, which is obtained from the sun, tidal energy, and etc. Now let us see solar energy. Sun's heat and light energy can be felt by us every day. Solar energy trapped from the sun can be used in solar cells to produce electricity. Many of these cells are joined into solar panels to generate power for heating and lighting purpose. The technology of utilizing solar energy benefits a lot of tropical countries that are blessed with abundant sunshine. Solar energy is also used in solar heaters, solar cookers, solar dryers, besides being used for common community lighting and traffic signals. So we here the picture which you are seeing, this is a picture of solar panels which trap the solar energy. So this solar energy, this power can be used for heating and lighting purpose also, and also community lighting and traffic signals. Then comes wind energy. Wind is an inexhaustible source of energy. Windmills have been used for grinding grains and lifting water since times immemorial. In modern time windmills, the high speed winds rotate the windmill, which is connected to a generator to produce electricity. Wind farms having clusters of such windmills are located in coastal region and in mountain passes where strong and steady winds blow. Wind farms are found in Netherlands, Germany, Denmark, UK, USA and Spain are noted for their wind energy production. Now let us see the advantages and disadvantages of solar energy and wind energy. Now advantages of solar energy is that it is inexhaustible and non-polluting. Then its disadvantages is that it is very costly to set up. Then next is wind energy. Advantages of wind energy is that it is a non-polluting one, low cost production of electricity once set up, then safe and clean. Disadvantages of the wind energy is that it creates noise pollution, windmills are costly to set up, it disturbs radio and TV reception, and then it is harmful to birds